तो चल भी रही है। अरे सर
Hello Sachin, good morning.
यस सर गुड मॉर्निंग सर
Can you hear my voice?
यस सर
Okay. Where are others?
sir sir all the others in the other meet sir. I am joining in the laptop and other meet on the phone sir. This is from my laptop.
Okay. Previous class is not yet finished. Huh?
Yes sir, I already read this all six emitter base or these are on the 12th class, so that's why.
Which subject? Mathematics.
Electronics, basic electronics.
This came in your earlier studies.
Yes, I am 12th, so that's I'm studying or in the J preparation. So that's same as the previous. So that's why I'm not giving the total focus on that.
Okay. So the classes are started for other things, right? So
Yes, sir.
what is your class from 12 to 1?
Sir, university class.
What is that?
सर सब मैथमेटिक्स की तरह ही है सर एनिमेस्टी है
Okay, okay. You know what is ECA class now 11 to 12?
सर अभी तो सर उसकी जानकारी नहीं है सर
अच्छा, ठीक है. You are from which place, Sachin?
सर आई एम फ्रॉम कानपुर सर
We met, right?
यस सर इन द ऑफिस सर
Yeah, you came to my cabin. I remember.
यस सर
Okay, okay.
ओके सर
So we'll wait for others.
यस सर इट्स नेसेसरी सर
Yeah, yeah. So if others are not coming, will you like to listen the class?
यस सर ऑब्वियस सर
Okay. So we'll wait for 2 minutes. I mean, like few minutes, then we'll see.
ओके सर
Who's your mathematics teacher?
सर प्रमोद कुमार सर है सर
Pramod Kumar, huh?
यस सर
Okay. How old he is looking like?
सर मे बी सर यंग सर मे बी 35 40
Pramod Kumar Yadav.
यस सर
Okay. Okay. Mradul, can you hear me?
Good morning, sir. Yes, sir.
Good morning. See, you have to remind the other class teacher to leave you because see now it's 11:10.
Yes, sir.
You are
Yes, sir.
joining all 10 minutes, 15 minutes late. then how things will be done?
Oh yes, sir. I will make sure that from the next time.
You are the class representative. Next time, please remind the teacher to leave in time so that
Yeah.
you have this class, right?
Yeah.
What was
Yeah.
your previous class?
So basic electronics.
So please remind sir that we have next class to attend.
Mm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We will start today's class. Uh, In the previous class, many of you did not come. Only hardly 8 or 10 students were there in the class. Many were not able to attend. That's okay. But what I discussed in the previous class, I will just go through few seconds. I already uploaded this slide in your Teams. You can go through it. Okay. This is not part of your syllabus. This is extra thing which I am teaching you. The reason why I'm teaching you this because the next concept is B plus trees. If you have to understand B plus trees, you need to have a basic idea of what is binary search tree and what is AVL tree, because B plus trees is an extension of trees and AVL trees. Okay, so I will just explain what is BST and AVL, then we'll directly go to B plus trees. But if you talk about binary trees, there are various versions of binary trees. There is an expression tree where you can write an expression in terms of postfix, infix, prefix that we discussed one example in the class. You have a binary search tree. I will tell you what is binary search tree. You have heap tree, thread binary tree, Huffman tree. Huffman tree you will surely study in upcoming courses because this Huffman tree is used for compression. Compressing your files, this Huffman tree is used, which is a very interesting concept, but you will surely study in the upcoming courses, so we will not do it now. We have an height balance tree, also known as AVL tree, decision tree, red black trees. Each there are several types of binary trees with its own properties. Okay, we use all of these trees at different applications, but B plus trees is one of the most used concept in file systems. When you are storing a file in hard disk, how you are storing and how you are accessing a file, it's actually the underlying mechanism is B plus trees is a concept that is used. I already told that in Linux operating system when you're using, it can look like a file structure. Like you have the folder, you have subfolders, you keep files inside that. It will look more or less like a tree, right? So there B plus trees is a very good concept. Binary tree, the advantage is at most you can have each node will can have at most two children, but in real life, uh, a directory can have many folders. It's not must that you need to keep only two folders. You can keep two folders or three folders. You can keep n folders, n number of folders, right? So that's where B plus tree will come. We'll discuss that. But let me tell you what is binary search tree and what is height balanced tree. Um, in normal tree, if you want to search an element, if a simple tree is given, if you want to search an element, you have to check all the possible traverse, either infix or postfix or prefix, any traversal. The number of elements you need to visit worst case is order of n. Okay, you have to visit all the elements in order to make sure that the element is there or it is not there. The worst case complexity will be order of n. But using binary search trees, we can decrease the way we are searching to log n time. Okay, to log n time. The reason is we will restrict the way we are constructing the tree in a different way, such that when you are searching an element, it will be not order of n, it will be very less, it will be log n only. How we are constructing the tree, it's a beautiful way that we will try to see that. That's where the name itself, it is called binary search tree, which is main use of searching. Okay, so what happens is the properties are, when you are constructing a tree, initially you have a root node, and whatever the next element you are going to insert in the tree, if that element is less than the root node, you will keep that on the left side of the left child of that node. If the element is greater than the root, you will keep at the right side of the right child of the node. So depends on the root node, which is greater or lesser, will keep constructing the tree. So the property should satisfy every node, that left subtree of the node contains only the nodes which are key less than the nodes of the node that you are going to insert. In the right subtree, the nodes which are greater than the nodes key can be inserted. Okay, so something like this. You have a root. If the data is less than the root dot data, it will come to the left side. If the root is greater than the root greater than the element, then it will be inserted to the right child. For example, say 7 is the root node. If I have to insert 4, 4 is less than 7, I will insert at the left side. 9 is greater than 7, I will insert at the right side. 2 I have to insert, I will go to the left side only, then I will add, I will compare 2 is greater than 4 or less than 4, I will insert 2 to the left side. I will start from whether I want to insert 5, I will search 5 by comparing this node. 5 is less than 5 is less than 7, so I should go left. I will compare with this node. 5 is greater than 4, so I will insert at the right child. So for every node, the left child is less than the root node, a parent node, and the right child is greater than the parent node. This property will be kept so that when you are searching an element, what happens is, suppose I want to search 5, I will compare the root node. If I compare, I will see that the node which I want to search, 5 is greater than 7 or less than 7. If it is less than the root node, I will not search the right side. I will go only to the left side. Okay, because the way I constructed the tree is like that. There will be surely this node 5 will not be in the right side because the root node itself is greater than that. I will compare again here 4 with 5, and I will see that surely this node 5 will be not on the left side because 5 is greater than 4, it should be on the right side only. So you can, every time you are searching, you are eliminating half of the tree search. That will save your lot of time. Okay, this is the concept of binary search tree. So if the tree is like this, 3 is less than 1, 3 is uh, 6 is greater than 3, this is correct. This first level is correct, but 6 is less than 2, this is also correct. 7 is greater than 6, this is also correct, but this property compared to the above node level of root, it is not correct, because when you want to search 2, you will go to the left, you will not come to the right. So 2 cannot come here. 2, when you are comparing here from the root, it should go to the left, then it can come as a right child of 1. It cannot come as a it cannot be inserted on the right subtree. 2 cannot come in the right subtree of 3. This is not a binary search tree. Every node, when you're comparing, you have to start from the root, keep comparing and insert at the appropriate place. When you do that, when you're searching an element, you are eliminating half of the search. So indirectly, you are just trying to find the height of the tree. Now see here, when I want, instead of searching for infix, postfix, prefix, you have to search all the elements. But here only you are searching the height of the tree, which is the height of the tree. We discussed the property in the first class. The height of the tree will be log n. So in log n times, you will find whether the element is there or not in the tree. So this is the concept of binary search tree. There are many operations finding a minimum element or maximum element. So the minimum element is the leftmost tree. The maximum element is the rightmost node. in a tree will be your maximum node. Okay, so these all things we discuss. You understood this is the concept of binary search tree? Does it make sense? What is BST? Guys, are you alive?
Yes, sir.
Shall you go ahead?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I discussed all these things. You can see that how to find an element in a tree, how to insert, finding a maximum, finding a minimum. All these things we discussed in the, we go through it. Inserting an element, you can simply insert. For example, you want to insert 5, you keep comparing. 5 is less than 6, you should come to the left. 5 is greater than 2, you should go to the right. Then you compare with this node. 5 is greater than 4, it should come as a right child. Okay, depends on the node. You keep comparing with the node and you insert at the appropriate place. Okay, this is the code. You go through it. And deleting a node also we discussed. If you want to delete a leaf node, there is no problem. If you want to delete a parent node which has 2 childs, or if you want to delete a root node, there are bit difficulty. We discussed 3 cases. We have to understand what is a predecessor, successor. Based on that, we will try to delete, replace the node by appropriate places. You have to replace by the successor or predecessor. Uh, you please go through it. We don't have time. But the problem is, this is what BST is. But there is one tricky. The balance, the binary search tree may not be balanced. For example, I will show you one example. Uh, if okay, let me take. Suppose you want to insert, say, 9. Okay, 9 is your, okay, 9 is your root node initially. You want to insert 8. Where you will insert?
Left.
Left. Okay. Okay. Now I've inserted 8 here. Now you want to insert 7. Where you will insert 7?
Left.
Here. Okay. You want to insert 6. Now where you will insert?
Left.
Again here only. Okay. 5. Next node is 5.
Left.
Okay. 2.
Left.
Okay. You see this? Although the nodes we can insert, suppose if I say 10, then we can insert at the right hand of 9. Correct? Okay. So this is called there is no text box. Okay, fine. This is called what we call that this as 2 binary tree, right? You have only one side. What is the worst case complexity? If I have to search 2, you will keep comparing. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 nodes. Worst case complexity in skew binary tree, although it is a binary search tree, the properties of binary search tree is kept. But if it is a skew binary tree, still the worst case complexity is n only. Correct? You have to search all the nodes. If it is a skew binary tree, although it is holding the binary search property, The worst case complexity to search a node is order of n. Okay, now we can reorder these elements in a different way such that we will keep the height balanced, so that when you are searching again we will reduce to log n, not order of n. Even though binary search tree says that the node which is less than the tree node or a parent node should come left, the node which is greater than the root node or parent node should come right. But in the case of skew binary tree, still the binary search tree will take order of n times to search an element. That's where balanced binary search tree will come. Worst case complexity in searching an element will be order of 1 when the tree is a skew tree, because the element will look like this. You have to, this is a binary search tree, but it's a skew tree, so you have to search all the elements in order to verify whether the element is there or not. In such cases, the complexity will be order of n. That's where we will again impose one more restriction on the height of the tree to reduce the complexity to log of n. Okay, the height of the tree will be calculated based on the height of left subtree and right subtree. We call that as a balance factor. For example, say that this is a fully balanced binary tree. The height from the root node uh, will be the same when you compare to the whatever the deepest depth node of root and depth of left subtree, or depth of right subtree, or height of left subtree, height of right subtree, it will be the same. Okay, it will be the same, or it will be, the factor will be very less, the change will be very less. When you are making a tree like this in a height balanced way, both left and right, then again the complexity will be reduced to log n. How we are going to make a tree into a height balanced is what AVL tree is all about. For example, AVL is Adelson, Wilsky and Landis. They invented this idea. The height of each left subtree and right subtree will calculate, and the utmost height difference should be 1, maximum 1 or -1 or 0. So this is a height balance tree. Why? Because the height of left subtree is 1, 2, 3. At most, the 3 is the height of left subtree. The height of right subtree is 1, 2. So 3 minus 2 is 1. Right? The height of left subtree is 1, 2, 3. Maximum it can go up to, either you take this side or take this side. The height of left subtree is 3. The height of right subtree is 2. 3 minus 2 is the difference of left subtree and right subtree is 1. So the height of the difference is 1 here. You calculate the difference here. For this node, the height of left subtree is 1, 2. The height of right subtree is 1. 2 minus 1, 1. Okay. The height of left subtree and right subtree here is 1. This is 1 and this is also 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. Leaf nodes will not have any height, so they kept as 0. We calculate the height of this node, the height factor. So this is one node and this is another node. 1 minus 1 is 0. Okay, so we will calculate the height factor by calculating a simple difference between left subtree height and right subtree height. At most it should have 0, or sorry, it can have 0 or 1 or -1. Okay, if this tree, for example, take this tree, the height of the root node is the difference between left subtree height. You see this 1, 2, 3. 3 is the height of left subtree, 1 is the height of right subtree. 3 minus 1 is 2. So 2 it is coming. We will say that it is height unbalanced, because at most you can have the height either 0, 1 or -1. Because the root node has 2, we say that it is height unbalanced tree. This is the properties of AVL. But all AVL trees are binary search tree. So you can see that all the nodes 2 less than 6, which is in the left subtree, 4 less than 6, which is in the left subtree, also 4 is greater than 2, which is on the right subtree of 2, 5 is less than 6 but greater than 2, greater than 4, which is kept in the right subtree, 3 which is less than 6, greater than 2 but less than 4, which is kept as left subtree of 4. You can construct the tree in a similar way of BST, but we will consider another extra parameter called height factor. So we will calculate the height factor, and if this is also binary search tree, you see this 6, 7, 4, 5, 3 or less than 8, 9, 10, 11 are greater than 8. This is true. 7 is greater than 6. 4 is less than 6. 5 is greater than 4. 3 is less than 4. 9 is less than 10. 11 is greater than 10, but all these elements are greater than 8. This property is holding binary search tree along with height also balanced. If the height is balanced, a binary search tree, then when you want to search an element, obviously you will find in log n times. This is the idea. So the problem is when you are encountering a tree which is height unbalanced, then you have to balance it. In order to balance it, you have to change the tree locations from one place to the other place. Okay, we call that as a rotations. We do 4 types of rotations. Insertion into the left subtree of left child, insertion to the right subtree of right child, uh, insertion into the left subtree of the left child of x. These 4 possible cases will create an height imbalance. Then make some rotations in order to look like an height balanced tree. Okay, so we call that as a left rotation. Suppose a height balance is coming to the leftwards direction of left node, then we will make w as a root node, x will be right subchild, b will be added as left child to the x, c will be added to the right child. We are making a rotation from this to this, from W will make a root node, X will make a right subchild, A will be the left node of W, B will be added to the left node of X, and C will be added as right child of X. So when a height imbalance is coming, when you are making such rotations, then again the tree will become balanced. This is left rotation. For example, by inserting an element in the above figure 7, the height of the subtree when it is becoming imbalanced, then we are making a rotation like this. So inserting a 7 will make a height imbalance. We will make 8 as a root, 9 as a right subtree, 7 as a left child. We are making the transaction in this part. Okay, in order to make a balanced tree. Now it is balanced. Okay, so this we call that as a left rotation. Likewise, we have called a right rotation. If a balance is coming on the right child of the right node, we will make again x as a root node, w as a left node, a as a left node to the w, b as right node to the w, c will be kept as right child of x. This is called right rotation. Okay, this is one example. If the node is coming by inserting a right child of the right node, we will make 19 as a root, 15 as a left child, 29 as a right child. This now height is become balanced. We'll make rotations to bring the height balance. Likewise, we have a double rotation. When you are making some rotations, the height is imbalanced, then you will make a right rotation first, then left rotation. 2 times you do rotate, two performance rotation we call left right rotation, to make a balanced tree. This is one example I have given here. And we have right left rotation. Okay, these 4 rotations we have to keep doing that till your height become balanced. When your height is balanced, the searching for an element will become again log n. So this is the concept of AVL, which is not there in your syllabus, but you understood what is the idea of BST and AVL trees. We have to apply some
Yes, sir.
rotation make it balance. Okay. Now we have to keep always the height of the tree at most 1, 0 or -1. So when we are making that, then always the search will be log n. Okay. So having studied this, let us now try to understand what is B tree. This is there in your curriculum. B trees are there. We will try to discuss that, then we will stop. So the B tree, binary search tree is used for indexing, where the key value pointers to the left subtree or right subtree where we can insert. Binary search tree is a two-way search tree, but we can make tree indexing in a more M-way tree. That is why we can have only 2 children. We can have 3 children or 4 children. We can have 5 children, so many children. But also they should be balanced search tree. Balanced search tree means they should have
Sir,
the property. Yes.
sir, what was the time complexity of the rotations which we were making?
I have given in the slide already uploaded. You go through it. I have mentioned all the details in that.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So a tree indexing. So in binary search tree, it's a two-way tree because all the left node will come to the left child, all the right node will come to the right child. We have two ways, either you go left or right. Okay, there are only two ways. But a tree can be generalized more than two ways. We can have more than two ways, that we call that as an M way, where we can have more than 2 children. But these B trees are also follows the properties of binary search tree and height balanced tree. So B trees can have more than 2 children. B trees can have more than a just single element, and most commonly used is this concept of B trees are used in file systems and database. Few properties of B trees. This is a M way search tree. You can go in M way. What I meant to say is you can have subtree 0, subtree 1, subtree 2. Okay, you can have 3 ways or 4 ways. You can have 5 ways. Depends on the user constraints. Okay. Now, for example, each node can have not one value. You can have 2, 3 values also. If there are, so for example, 93, 107 is in the root node, there are more than 2 values. Now, the nodes which are less than 93, I will go to the subtree 0. The values which lies between 93 and 107, I will take subtree 1. Elements which are between 93 and 107. Elements which are greater than 107, I will go to the right subtree 2, which are the elements greater than 107. Okay. One example, for example, you can have some nodes can have 2 nodes, some nodes can have 1 node. Depends on how we are constructing the tree. We will discuss that. How we are constructing the tree, I will discuss that. So you can see that the values 2, 3, 1, 3, 5 are all less than the root node. 9, 7, 8, 10 are all greater than the right node. It keeps the binary search tree property. It keeps the height balanced. The height is balanced, provided you can have more than 2, 3 values in the root node. There is M-way search tree. You see, you have 3 children here. Binary search tree, strictly at most you can have 2 children, but here you can have, you see here, one, this is left means the node left, 1 is less than 2, so it will be left child. 3 is in between 2 and 4, it will be middle. 5 is greater than 4, so it should be the right child. Okay, so you can construct a tree more than 2 nodes. We call that as a B tree. So this idea is usually we can see in how we are storing your files and folders. The way the disk system, in your hard disk, the files are stored in this fashion. It will store in such a way that when you click a file, when you try to search a file, it will easily find out. Okay, anyway, so these are one example of B tree. Now there are few properties. We will discuss that. Then I will show how to construct a tree and how to insert a node and how to delete a node. So an M-way search tree is a tree where all nodes of degree less than or equal to M. M-way means, for example, you say three-way node. This is a three-way node. You can have maximum 3 searches possible. One is less than, one is in between, one is greater than. So this is a three-way search, three-way search tree. Okay, this is a three-way search tree. So at most, the degree of a node can be less than or equal to 3. You can have 2 nodes also. You can have 3 nodes. You can have 2 ways or you can have 3 ways. At most, maximum, you can have the degree of less than or equal to m. Each node in the tree contains the following attributes. You have a pointer variable and a key variable, the address and the value. Okay, P1, P0. So this is okay. P0 K1, P1 K2, P2, and so on and so forth. There is some mistake, right? This should be K0. This is K1. This is P2. Yes, this is correct. And another one K2, K and Pn, so on and so forth. Okay. So now the properties are where n is n lies between m only 1 and m. I lies between ki. In between it will come, will be lies between the values of the node, key values of the node. Pi is the pointers. P0, P1, P2, all these are pointers variables that are the addresses. And ki should be less than ki plus 1. This all the values. So you see this 2, 4. 4, 2, 2 is less than 4. Okay, 7 is less than 8. When you're keeping the trees, 93 less than should be 107. So K0 should be less than K1. So Ki should be less than Ki plus 1. All the key values in the left subtree pointed by Pi are less than the key values Ki plus 1. All the values in the right subtree Pn is greater than Kn. All the subtrees pointed by Pi may also have m such trees. Means you can have the subchild also m ways possible. You can all the values in the left subtree. This is the property. All the left subtree pointed less than the key values of Ki. All the elements less on the left subtree will have less than 93. All the elements in this value should be less than 107. Okay, likewise we can keep those are the same properties are mentioned here. This is one example of B tree. Now let us try to see how we can construct a B tree. Then I'll tell you how to delete it, then we'll stop. Now assume that you want to construct an order of B tree which is 3, and we will construct the elements with 10, 20, 30, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90. So initially the node 10 we will insert. So 3-way, the B tree is 3-way. We can have at most 3 pointers and we can have 2 values. Okay. So initially the node 0 is empty. We want to insert 10. The node 0, 10, because the tree is empty, you will insert at the leftmost node. If already there is a node less than 10, 5, 3, 2, 1 like that, then you will insert at the right. You will insert at here, but there the each values are empty. You will insert first node in the leftmost position. Insert at the initial empty place. Okay. Now next node is 20 will come. So 20 is greater than 10. So you will insert at the right place of that node. So 20 will be inserted at the right place. Okay. This is clear. Is this clear? Guys, are you listening? Is it making sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now when you are inserting 30, where it will come? The next element
Right.
is 30. Right child of
20.
right child of 20. Right. So 30 will come. You will compare with this element and this element. You will see that it should come as a right child of 30. but it will burst the node. You can, after inserting that 30 to the right child, you say that no, it will not make an height imbalance. You will keep 20 as a root node, then 10 as a left node of 20, 30 as a right child of 20. Okay, you can you have to the node will burst because 30 you cannot insert in between. So you will make 20 as a left child, left position, and 10 you will make the left child, 30 you will make in between the right child of 20, you will insert 30 on the left position. Now 40 will come. 40 where you will insert, it is greater than 20, and you can insert beside 40. Okay, 40 will come, you will compare with the root node. 40 will be greater than 20, you will go to the right child, you will see that 30 is there, so you can keep on the right side of uh, in node 3 we will insert 40. Okay, the 40 goes into the node n3. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Now if 50 comes, where it will go? The 50 should go after 40, but when you're inserting here, this node will break. This node will break. 40 will become your root node, or 40 will go here. You see this. This 50 will, when you're inserting in node 3, you cannot keep 3 values here. This node will burst again. So indirectly, 40 will become your root node, 30 will be left child, 50 will be your right child. But you can make 40, see that this vacancy is empty. You will make 40 here as a in the root node. So 30 you will make in between 20 and 40, and 50 you will make the right child of 40. When you are inserting a node which is full, then this node will burst. That's what happened here also. When 10, 20 happened, 30 you have to insert here. This node will burst. 20 will go as a root node. 10 will become as a left child. 30 will become as a right child. Likewise, when 30, 40 are there, this node will burst when you are trying to insert into 50. Then 30 will become left child of 40. 50 will become the right child of 40, like this. 30 will become the left child of 40. 50 will become the right child of the 40. And you can insert 40 in the root node in node n1. Is this clear? So insertion of 50 splits node 3 into node 4 and node 5. Does this make sense?
Yes, sir.
What happens when you want to insert 60? 60 will go 40 right child, then 60 will be inserted here, correct? In node n5. 60 will be inserted in node n5. Okay, it is inserted here. Now 70 will come. What happens when you insert 70? Again, this node will burst. Node n5 will burst. Node n5 will burst. Now you will make 60 as a root node, 50 as a left child, 70 as a right child. But this 60 will go again here. But again, this node will burst. Then 40 will become your root node, 20 will become left child, 60 will become your right child. Then again, you keep following the same strategy. Okay, does that make sense? when you're inserting 70 here, this node will burst. You will make 60 as a root node, 50 and 70 should be left child and right child. But the problem is when you're making 60 as a root node, it will go here in node N1. But node N1 is already full. This node N1 will again burst. It will split. It will now 40 will become your root node, 20 will be left child, 60 will become your right child. When 20 becomes your right child, then again this tree's structure is defined like this. 10 will become your right child, 30 right child will become N4, 50 will become here left child of 60, and 70 will become the right child of 60. Okay, N7. Now when you are inserting 80, what will happen? When you are inserting 80, it is 40 greater than 60, 60 greater than 70, it will come here. 80 will come in this place. Okay, you keep doing that, 80 will come in this place. Now when you're inserting 90, node N7, it will come, it will burst here. 80 will go to the root node, 70 will become in between, 90 will become the, when you come 90, this node N7 will split, 80 will go to the N10, 70 will become in between 60 and 80, 90 will become the right child of 80. Okay. So this is how you will construct a B tree with the help of a simple way of insertion of each node. Every time you are inserting a node, you are constructing the tree from bottom to top. The tree is constructed from bottom to top. Usually in binary search tree or AVL tree, you will keep constructing from top to bottom. When you are inserting a node, you will, excuse me, you'll do some manipulations at the bottom, but this B tree you are constructing from bottom to top. So let me revise again. So initially you have nodes 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. These are the nodes you want to construct a B tree of order 3. Of order 3 means you can have maximum 3 links where you can insert 2 values. Now initially you have node N0, you will insert 10 at the left position because the B tree is empty. After insertion, then 20 you will insert. 20 you will insert at the second position of N0. There is no problem. 30 will come. There is no place. This node N0 will split into N1, N2, N3 because of node 30 will come. So 20 you will make that as a root node. 10 you will make as a left child. 30 you will make as a right child of 20. So this N0 will split as N1, N2, N3. 10 you will make as a left child of 20. 30 you will make a right child of 20. Now the next node is 40 is coming. You will see that where it will insert appropriate place. 40 is greater than 20. It will go here, and you will see that at node 3 there is an empty place. You will insert 40. In node 3, 40 goes. Then next value comes 50. 50 will come. It will compare. It is greater than 20. It will come here and verify. It is greater than 40. It should insert in node N3, but node N3 is already full. This node will split. When this node is splitting, node N3 will split and it will become N4 and N5, making 40 as a root node, and 30 will become in between the 20 and 40. 50 will be the right child of 40. N3 will split into N4 and N5. Now next value is coming 60. 60 will compare with this value. It is greater than 40. You will go here. 60 will be inserted in node N5. 60 will be comfortably inserted in N5. There is no problem. Now 70 will come. When 70 comes, again it will compare. It will try to go on, settle down in N5, but N5 is already full. This node will split, make 60 as a root node, 50 as a left child, 70 as a right child. But 60, when it goes to this node N1, again this node N1 will split. 40 will become your root node, 20 will become your left node, 60 will become your right node. So this node N1 will split into N8, N9, N10. 40 will be a root node, 40 left child will be 20, 40 right child will be 60. Then 10, 30 you will keep same as node N2 and node N4. 50 will be your left child of 60. 70 will be your right child of 60, node N7. Now 80 you will insert. 80 will compare 40 greater than 80 is greater than 40, it will go to the right side. 80 is greater than 60, it will again go to the right side. You will see this 80 will settle down in node N7. 80 will settle down in node N7. 90 will come. 90 will come. 90 is greater than 40, it will go right side. 90 is greater than 60, it will go right side. 90 will come and try to settle down in N7, but N7 is already full. This node again it will split by making 80 into this root node, and 70 will become the left child of 80, 90 will become the right child of 80. So 70 will come in between, right? 90 will try to insert it node 7. So 80 will go to the root node, I mean like parent node. Then 70 will become in between 60 and 80. 90 will become the right child of 80. Okay, so this insertion of 90 will split N7 into N11 and L12 by inserting 80 into N10. Does this make sense how we are constructing the tree, B tree? You want me to explain
Yes,
again?
sir.
Okay, now tell me, I want to insert 100. Where it will be placed? In which node? Here, correct? 100 is greater than 40, 100 is greater than 80, 100 is greater than 90. This will come in this position. When you want to insert 15,
Sir, N2. Oh no, sir. So N9.
15 is less than 40, it will go left side. 15 is less than 20, it will go left side only. It will come here. 15 is less than 20, it will come to the node N2. Okay, is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so construction of a B tree, when you are talk about, you have list of M values, you split the first M minus 1 keys will be allowed in P1, M by second, I mean in between the values will come in the middle node, remaining values will come as a right node. All the nodes in B tree of order 3 has either 2 or 3 children. This is B tree of order 3, or alternatively known as 2 3 tree. Okay, for the same set of data, the insertion in different order will result in different B tree. You can construct different B trees. This is not the only B tree, you can insert in different possible ways. For example, in this case, no, this is fine, but you can try that. You can try for this is another example. You can verify that of order 3 in different ways. Okay, so when you want to search an element, it is very easy. You keep make a local variable I. Initially you see that this is a target, that is the root node is the target. If 78 you want to search, that is your target node. If there is no element, then if it is greater than or equal to the target, you keep searching. If you found the target element, return true. If it has no children, return false. Then you keep calling the target again and again to make it until you find. Okay, for example, you want to search 10, you keep comparing here uh, where it will go in between. This is in this node, the 10 is not there. You keep comparing, the node has to go in between. It should lie in between 6 and 17. You compare with this node, 10 is equal to 12 or not, no. Then you keep it should be less than. So you go to the left direction, you will find the tree. You will find the node of 10. Okay. So you want to delete a node. Deleting a leaf node, you can have multiple ways of deleting a leaf node or deleting a non-leaf node. Will have different cases. Suppose you want to delete a L or uh, T or Y, there is no problem. You simply delete it. This LMN will become MN. This STU will become SU. This WXYZ will become WXZ. You want to simply delete a node of a leaf, there is no problem. Deleting from a leaf node, removal of the key does not disturb the requirement of minimum number of key values in the node. Okay. But deleting a right sibling contains more than m by 2 minus 1 values may disturb. Okay. So this is a simple, you go through this, we will discuss this deletion again in the next class. Okay, this deletion we will discuss in the next class. It's already 12 o'clock. Maybe other classes will be waiting. I will discuss this deletion in the next class. Up to this point, you go through it. I'll upload the slide. We will meet on Thursday. If you have any doubts in today's class, you let me know. Otherwise, we will stop here. Deletion I will discuss on Thursday because it will take time. But I'll upload the slide. You go through it. Deletion I will discuss. Then we will discuss the graphs on Thursday.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, the slides are uploaded. You can verify this and you can go through it. Okay.